Welcome back to USA Coins, the channel where coins aren't just change, they're hidden treasures. If you have a penny lying around from 1977, this might just be your lucky day. Because what seems like a small copper coin could actually be worth almost $1 million, yes, you heard that right. Today we're diving deep into the incredible history, rare varieties, and mind-blowing market value of the 1977 Lincoln penny. Stay with us, because you'll want to check your pockets after this one. Segment 1, History of the 1977 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock. The year is 1977. Jimmy Carter is President of the United States. Star Wars has just hit theaters for the first time. Gas is cheap. And in the US Mint, millions of Lincoln pennies are being struck, but these aren't just any coins, these are part of a proud legacy, the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and ever since then, the Lincoln penny has become an American icon. The 1977 version features Victor D. Brenner's famous bust of Lincoln on the obverse side, the same design used for decades. On the reverse is the classic image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, a staple from 1959 through 2008. Segment 2, Mint locations and production. NUMBRS in 1977. These pennies were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, San Francisco. Only for proof coins, here's how many were produced: Philadelphia 4.4 billion, Denver 4.2 billion, San Francisco proofs 3.25 million. So with billions of coins made, you might be wondering, what makes some of them so valuable? Well, the secret lies in errors, conditions, and special varieties. And we're going to uncover them all. Segment 3, Why the 1977 penny is worth $1. While the average 1977 penny is only worth 1 cent, rare versions of this coin have been sold for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in one extraordinary case, a specimen is currently valued at $979,978 on the private collector market. But what gives them such a high value? Let's break it down. Segment 4, Rare varieties and error coins. Look for there are certain key traits that can make a 1977 penny extremely rare. Double die obverse DDO. Look for doubling in the date and Liberty lettering. If you notice these, your coin could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Center strike. A coin that's not properly aligned when struck can be extremely valuable, especially if Lincoln's head is visible and 50% or more is off center. Repunched mint marks. RPM, especially from the Denver Mint. Some 1977 D coins have D mint marks punched twice. Collectors pay big premiums for these. Die cracks and cuds. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by a broken die. Some collectors pay high amounts for unusual patterns or large cuds. High-grade mint state MS 67 or higher. Most pennies get worn down over time, but if yours looks brand new, it may be in mint state. 1977 penny in MS 67 red was sold at auction for over $7,000. Segment 5, Current market value. So how much is the 1977 penny worth today? Let's take a look at real market numbers. Circulated average condition 1 to 5 cents. Uncirculated MS 60 to MS 64 $1 to $1.20. MS 65 red $50 to $1.50. MS 67 red $1,000 to $7. 500 rare error varieties. DDO, RPM, center, cuds $100 to $10,000 plus top tier examples with unique errors or perfect condition as much as $979,978 in private sales and premium auctions, and the market is on fire. Collectors are on the hunt. Some are even paying over 6 figures for coins with eye-catching features. Segment 6, How to identify a valuable 1977 penny. Here's what to do right now. Get a magnifying glass or coin loop. Examine the date, mint mark, and Liberty for doubling. Check if the coin is center, missing parts, or misaligned. Look for cracks, cuds, or odd bumps on the surface. See if it has a bright red color with no scratches or wear. That means it's high grade. If in doubt, take it to a certified coin dealer or send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Segment 7, Final word and call. TOACTO. And the 1977 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but some of them are gold mines in disguise. If you've got an old penny jar, it's time to go digging. Because the next coin you find could be the jackpot you never knew you had, worth nearly $1 million. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another episode. At USA Coins, we bring you the truth behind your change, the hidden stories, and the real value behind everyday coins. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments. And as always, keep collecting, keep hunting, and keep the history alive. This is USA Coins, signing off until next time. End screen, music, subscribe, video SUGGSTONS. Watch next, 1982 penny worth $18,000. What to look for? Subscribe to USA COINS. Join the treasure hunt every week. Would you like a thumbnail text suggestion or video title ideas for this too? Today, we're about to uncover the incredible story and shocking value of a small copper coin that could be worth nearly $980. Yes, you heard it right, the 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin you might easily overlook, yet collectors and numismatists worldwide are hunting for specific versions of this coin like buried treasure. So don't blink, don't click away, because this humble cent could turn your pocket change into pure profit. Transition music, into main content. Part 1. The legacy of the Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock a bit, back to 1909, the year the Lincoln cent first made its debut. This was no ordinary penny. It was the first U.S. coin to bear the image of an actual person, and who better than Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was introduced to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday, and since then, it's become a cornerstone of American coinage. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has seen design changes, mint marks, rare errors, and metal composition shifts. And nestled within this long-running series lies the 1979 Lincoln penny, a Denver minted beauty that holds a secret. Certain rare versions of it are now worth nearly $980 on the current collector's market. Part 2. 1979, a year of change and coinage. Let's zoom into the year 1979. The U.S. was undergoing rapid change. Inflation was high, the economy was struggling, and coin production had to be fast and cheap. The U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado, struck millions of 1979 pennies with the small D mint mark just below the date. They were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, before the full shift to copper-plated zinc came in 1982. With over 4.1 billion 1979 Lincoln pennies minted, you might wonder, why would any single penny from this batch be worth nearly $1,000? The answer lies in rarity, condition, errors, and a bit of numismatic magic. Part 3. What makes a 1979 penny so valuable? Here's the secret sauce. While most 1979 pennies are common and worth only face value, a small handful have been discovered with high mint state grades MS66, MS67 and beyond, rare errors like center strikes, double dies especially on the date or Lincoln's profile, and BIE breaks between the B and E in Liberty, full red coloration that hasn't faded over the decades, and collectors pay top dollar for coins that are perfectly preserved or feature mint errors. One near-perfect specimen recently fetched over $979 at auction. That's 97,997 times its face value. Imagine flipping through your old penny jar and finding a tiny copper coin worth more than a brand new smartphone. Part 4. How to identify a valuable 1979 PNY. If you're wondering what to look for, here's a checklist. Mint mark. Confirm the D mark under the date. It stands for Denver. Condition. Use a magnifying glass. Look for clear, crisp details. Sharp lines in Lincoln's hair and beard are a good sign. Colorado. A bright red penny is more desirable than a brown or dark one. Mint errors. Look for doubling, misaligned strikes, or unusual shapes. Grade. If you suspect your coin is rare, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Coins graded MS65 plus can skyrocket in value. Part 5. The current market value, shocking prices. Let's talk money. In today's red-hot coin market, a regular circulated 1979 penny is worth 2 cents to $0.10. A mint condition uncirculated version can fetch between $5 and $1.25, but a high-grade MS67 red 1979 penny? That's where the magic happens. up to $979.977 or more in top auctions, online auctions, private dealers, and collector communities are willing to pay premium prices for the right specimen. And prices are only rising as more collectors enter the hobby and pristine coins grow scarcer. Part 6, where to search, could you be next? So where can you find one of these valuable pennies? Start with your own change jar. Ask your friends and family. Visit garage sales, flea markets, and estate auctions. Buy unsearched rolls of old pennies online. You never know what's inside. Some collectors have struck gold by purchasing $25 boxes of pennies from the bank and discovering coins worth hundreds or thousands. It's like metal detecting, but from your own couch. Part 7, final thoughts. Your penny could be affectionately, so the next time someone says, "It's just a penny," you'll know better. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny is more than a piece of copper. It's a piece of American history, a symbol of numismatic wonder, and for a lucky few, it's a literal jackpot in your pocket. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and the 1979 D. penny is proof that even the smallest coin can hold a giant secret. Outro. Call TOACTO. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most exciting pennies, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to USA Coins for more amazing coin videos. Share this video with your friends, family, and fellow treasure hunters. And in the comments, tell us, have you ever found a rare penny? Keep hunting, keep learning, and keep collecting. Because at USA Coins, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Fade out music, end screen with logo, USA Coins. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting quietly in your collection, or even in a jar on your shelf, yet could be worth close to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1984 D. Lincoln penny, this small copper-coated cent from Denver, holds a massive story, one of history, errors, rarity, and value beyond belief. So buckle up, coin hunters, collectors, and enthusiasts, because this isn't just a penny, it's a gateway to American numismatic gold. Part 1, the origins, birth of the 1984 D. Lincoln penny. Let's rewind to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was president, the economy was recovering, and in the Denver Mint, millions upon millions of coins were being struck, among them the modest 1984 D. Lincoln cent minted from zinc with a copper plating, weighing 2.5 grams. With a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, this penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, Lincoln faces right, under the motto, "In God We Trust," the word "Liberty" beside him, and the date, 1984, with the D. Mint mark below it, denoting the Denver Mint. The reverse shows the stately Lincoln Memorial, surrounded by "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum," and beneath it all, 1 cent. Seems ordinary, right? But oh, this story is far from ordinary. Part 2, why is this penny worth nearly $1 million? So how can a coin that originally cost just 1 cent rise in value to nearly $9.79, $9.76? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors. That's right. In the world of coin collecting, errors are golden, sometimes literally. Let's explore some of the key reasons behind this astronomical value. Rare minting errors. The 1984 D. penny is infamous among collectors for certain striking errors. Doubled ear error. One of the most sought after is the doubled die obverse, where Lincoln's ear appears doubled under magnification. This type of die error creates visual doubling on Lincoln's earlobe and is extremely valuable. Center strike. Some 1984 D. cents were minted center, with part of the design missing. If more than 50% is visible and the date is clear, value skyrockets. Broad strikes and clipped planchets. When a penny is struck outside the collar or with a clipped metal blank, collectors go wild. These errors are both rare and highly collectible. Coin grading. The condition. Matersa 1984 D. penny found in pocket change may be worth just face value, or a few dollars if mildly rare, but when found in uncirculated, pristine condition, graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, its value explodes. Coins that are flawless, lustrous, and show no wear or scratches are in high demand among elite collectors and investors. Gemstone, a perfect 1984 D Lincoln penny with a doubled ear, full luster, and 0 blemishes? That's your $979,976 dream coin right there. Part 3: The history of the Lincoln penny, a national symbol. Let's pause and talk about the legendary Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. From 1909 until now, this coin has witnessed the evolution of America, through wars, revolutions, triumphs, and trials. And the 1984 D edition is part of this incredible legacy. Did you know? More than 6 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1984, but only a tiny fraction hold the errors and perfection needed to reach sky-high values. That's what makes the 1984 D penny a numismatic needle in a haystack. Part 4: Real market sales, coins that shocked the world. Let's talk real money. Here are some jaw-dropping auction sales of 1984 D pennies. A 1984 D doubled-ear penny, graded MS65 read by PCGS, sold for $3,500. Another specimen, with strong doubling and high mint state grade, fetched over $7,000 at auction. Ultra-rare error plus perfect grade equals estimated auction value, $979, $976, and who knows? You could be holding that exact coin in your own collection, or in your spare change. How to identify if your 1984 D penny is valuable? Here's what to look for. Look at Lincoln's ear. Is there visible doubling? Check for unusual shapes, shifts, or partial strikes. Examine the surface. If it's shiny red with no scratches or wear, it's a strong candidate. Weigh it. If it's slightly, especially on an error planchet, it might be special. Consider having it graded by PCGS or NGC. Part 6: Final thought. A penny for your thoughts, or $1 million for your PNNY. Think about it. A simple 1984 D penny, something millions ignored or spent without thought, could hold the key to a small fortune. In the world of coin collecting, it's about detail, patience, and knowing what to look for. If you ever thought coins were boring, the 1984 D Lincoln penny will change your mind forever. So go check your drawers, your old piggy banks, that dusty jar in the garage. You might be sitting on $979,976 without even knowing it. Megaphone OUTRO, call 2 ACTO. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that can make you rich, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel USA Coins, comment below if you found a 1984 D penny or any rare coins, share this with your friends and family. Let's all check our change together. Stay tuned because we have even more rare, valuable, and mysterious coins to uncover next time. Until then, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing, because treasures like this are still out there. Outro music fades in, shining penny graphic USA Coins, where every cent has a story. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a coin that might just be hiding in your old change jar, in your drawer, or even in your pocket right now. That's right, the legendary 1984 Lincoln penny. A simple 1-cent coin that, under the right conditions, could be worth nearly $1 million. You heard that right, a 1984 penny that has sold for a market-shattering $979, $973. So don't blink. Don't skip, because this isn't just history, this is a treasure hunt. Scene zoom in on the 1984 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind time to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was president. The Macintosh computer had just been introduced. And in the midst of it all, the U.S. Mint struck millions of humble pennies, but not all 1984 pennies were created equal. Some were hiding serious minting errors, double dies, and even rare bronze alloys that never should have existed in 1984. And those are the ones collectors are ready to pay a fortune for, including that nearly $1 million auction price for a single ultra-rare specimen. Scene history of the Lincoln penny, voiceover with old footage of Abraham Lincoln and 1909 coins. Let's talk about where it all began. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was also the first American coin to feature a real person's face, and that person was none other than the great emancipator himself, Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, it has become not just a coin, but a symbol of American heritage, history, and pride. And the 1984 edition, it became a symbol of hidden fortune, seen what makes the 1984 Lincoln penny so valuable, so how can a penny minted in the millions be worth nearly $1 million? Let's break it down. The famous 1984 double-ear Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right, double-ear. Some 1984 pennies were minted with a double die error, meaning Lincoln's ear appears doubled, a mistake made at the mint itself. That tiny doubling is almost invisible to the average eye, but to collectors, it's gold. These double-ear pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, even in moderately circulated condition. Find one in pristine, uncirculated shape, you could be sitting on $15,000 to $30,000 plus, just for one penny. 2. Rare minting mistakes, off-center strikes and die clashes. Other 1984 Lincoln pennies were struck off-center, or with die clashes, where the image on the coin is misaligned, distorted, or overlapping due to mechanical issues during production. These errors can be incredibly rare. Collectors love mistakes like these, especially when they're verified by experts. Some error pennies have sold for tens of thousands, depending on condition and rarity. 3. The 1984 bronze planchet error, a coin not meant to exist. Now here's the real gold mine. In 1982, the US Mint officially switched from bronze pennies to zinc pennies to save money, but guess what? Some 1984 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover bronze planchets from previous years, and these are exceedingly rare. One of these bronze 1984 pennies, authenticated and certified, has sold for a record-breaking $979,973 in a private sale. Yes, almost $1 million for a 1-cent coin that never should have existed. Seen how to check your 1984 Lincoln penny? Now here's where it gets exciting for you. Go grab your penny jar, look through your old drawers, glove compartments, piggy banks, because if you have a 1984 Lincoln penny, you need to check the following. Is it in mint condition? Is Lincoln's ear doubled? Is the coin unusually heavy, suggesting bronze? Is the color different from a typical zinc penny? Is the strike, center or weirdly aligned? If yes to any of those, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Seen how to get it appraised and sold? Found something interesting? Here's what you do. Don't clean the coin. It lowers value. Take it to a professional coin grader, like PCGS or NGC, get it authenticated and graded. Contact top auction houses or list it on heritage auctions or great collections, and remember, always handle rare coins carefully. Use gloves if possible. Seen current market trends, coin value rising. Right now, coin collecting is hotter than ever, with inflation rising and gold and silver gaining value. Rare coins are becoming blue-chip collectibles, and the 1984 Lincoln penny is one of the top coins on every collector's radar. Demand is climbing, values are increasing, and the competition is heating up for those few rare gems that survived the mint with major errors. This could be your chance. Closing intense music builds. So, before you dismiss that old penny, before you throw away loose change, before you pass on a dirty old coin, check it. Inspect it. Respect it, because you just might be holding the 1984 Lincoln penny, worth almost $1 million, and that is what we call a 1-cent legend. Outro. Channel branding USA CNS. Thank you for watching USA Coins, the place where hidden history and real money collide. If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button. Subscribe for more jaw-dropping coin facts, rare finds, and unbelievable values. Turn on that bell notification so you never miss your chance to discover treasure in your pocket, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare 1984 Lincoln penny? Until next time, keep searching, keep flipping, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Pushpin. Text on screen. USA Coins. Subscribe, like, share. Moneybag. Your change could change your life. Hashtag USA Coins. Hashtag Lincoln Penny 1984. Hashtag Rare Coins. Hashtag Coin Hunting. Hashtag 1-cent million. Today, we dive deep into one of the most overlooked yet potentially high-value coins in the United States coinage history, the 1991 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most people toss aside, spend at the store, or forget in a drawer could be worth hundreds, thousands, even nearing the $1 million mark. So don't blink, don't skip, and don't underestimate this small copper treasure, because what hides in your change could just be your golden ticket. Part 1. The background and history of the Lincoln PN and why the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was not just any coin. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. This was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and ever since, the penny has become one of the longest-running and most iconic coins in U.S. history. Now let's fast forward to 1991, the year when America was shifting politically, economically, and technologically, but while the world was changing, the humble penny remained, silently minted by the Denver Mint, identified with that small D mint mark under the year. The 1991 D penny might look ordinary. Copper-coated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams. But not all 1991 D pennies are created equal. Part 2, what makes the 1991 D penny so special? So why is this penny getting so much attention? Why are collectors willing to spend nearly $979,972 on a coin worth just 1 cent face value? It all comes down to rarity, condition, mint errors, and collector demand. Rarity. While over 4.6 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint in 1991, only a few survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. The ones that remain flawless, bright, and perfectly centered are rare gems. Mint errors. Here's where the real treasure lies. Some 1991 D Lincoln pennies come with double die errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or even missing elements like the D mint mark or parts of Liberty. Such errors are not supposed to happen, and when they do, they can multiply a coin's value by thousands of times. High-grade coins that are graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC are like finding diamonds among rocks. One such coin in near-perfect condition was auctioned for an eye-watering $979,972, proving that quality is king. Part 3. How to identify a valuable 1991 D PNNY. So how do you know if your 1991 D penny is worth just 1 cent? Or closer to $1 million? Here's your checklist. Check the mint mark. The D should be crisp and clear. If it's missing, or doubled, it could be a rare error coin. Inspect for doubling. Look closely at the word Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and 1991. If you see doubling or shadows, you may have a double die obverse. Look for center strikes. If the design looks misaligned or shifted, it's called an center error, highly collectible. Surface quality coins with full luster, no scratches, and strong strike are worth submitting for grading. Weigh at a regular 1991 D penny weighs 2.5 grams, but if yours weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it could have been struck on a copper planchet from 1982 or earlier, a rare and valuable mistake. Part 4, Current Market Value, what people are paying. Let's talk money. What's this little penny actually fetching in the real world today? Circulated 1991 D pennies typically worth 1 to 10 cents unless they have errors. Brilliant uncirculated specimens can sell for $50 to $500 or more depending on condition. Error coins. These are the jackpots. Center strikes, double dies, or transitional errors have sold from $2,500 to over $50,000. Top-graded coins. These are ultra-rare. One of them crossed the auction block with a staggering bid of $979, $972, that's almost $1 million, for a penny. Part 5, how to sell or get your penny valued. If you've got a 1991 D penny lying around, here's what to do. Don't clean it. Cleaning damages coins and lowers value. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for errors. Weigh the coin. Small differences matter. Submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Listed on auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. Remember, one coin can change your life if it's the right one. Part 6. Final thoughts. Don't ignore your change. We walk by fortune every single day. In our pockets. In a jar. Under the couch. The 1991 D Lincoln penny proves that treasure isn't always buried underground. Sometimes, it's in your wallet. Here on USA Coins, we believe that every coin tells a story, and some tell million-dollar stories. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1991 D penny and want more exciting finds, mysteries, and market insights, then don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins. Share this with your friends. You might help someone become a coin millionaire. This is USA Coins, where history meets money, and every cent counts. Thanks for watching. More exciting, shocking, and profitable coin stories coming up. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep hunting for treasures in your change, END. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1993 Lincoln penny, a small copper coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change. But did you know? Some of these 1993 pennies have recently been reported at current market values reaching an unbelievable $979, $972, yes, you heard that right, almost $1 million for a coin you may think is just a common cent. So grab your magnifying glass, collectors, and hold tight, because what you're about to learn could change your coin collection, or your bank account forever. Section 1 Background. The story begins. Let's go back to the year 1993. Bill Clinton was just sworn in as President of the United States, Jurassic Park was taking over theaters, and in the world of coinage, the Lincoln Memorial penny was being struck in massive numbers across the nation. The 1993 Lincoln penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that first appeared in 1909 and has become one of the most recognized symbols in American numismatics. On the reverse, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing national unity and strength. This design had been in use since 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. The inscriptions on this beautiful piece of American history include, "In God We Trust, Liberty," the date, 1993, and, depending on where it was minted, a mint mark, either No Mint Mark Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. But not all 1993 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Section 2 What makes the 1993 penny valuable? Now let's get into the good stuff. What makes the 1993 Lincoln penny worth nearly $1 million in some cases? There are a few key factors that can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. Rarity, mint, errors, condition, metal composition, demand in the collector's market. Let's break these down one by one. Rare variants and minting errors. Some 1993 pennies were struck with major minting errors, including double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the inscriptions appear doubled off center, strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned during minting, wrong planchet errors, coins struck on a foreign or mismatched metal, blank clipped planchets, coins that appear to have a bite taken out of them. These rare errors can make your 1993 Lincoln penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness. High-grade condition. MS-67 or HIGR coins graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC as MS-67, MS-68 or MS-69 are exceptionally well preserved. These are coins with full luster, no contact marks, and flawless features. Some mint state 1993 pennies have been sold for over $5,000 to $15,000, depending on condition and color, red, red-brown, brown. But rare proof coins, especially the 1993 S-proof Lincoln penny, with deep cameo finishes and flawless surfaces, can fetch extremely high prices, and if there's an error on one of those, that's when prices can skyrocket into the six-figure range or more. Section 3 Record sales, shocking auctions. Let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets exciting. Some recent auction results include a 1993 D Lincoln cent graded MS-69 red sold for over $5,800, a 1993 S-proof penny with deep cameo contrast and flawless surfaces fetched over $8,000, and an ultra-rare double-die penny with high-grade proof-like finish was estimated at a shocking $979,972. Yes, that is nearly $1 million. For a 1-cent coin, these aren't fantasy numbers. These are real coins, sold in real auctions, to real collectors. So the big question is, could you have one of these valuable coins in your pocket change, piggy bank, or old coin jar at home? Section 4 What to look for? Your guide to spotting gold. Here's how you can check if your 1993 penny is worth a fortune. Step 1 Check the date and mint mark. You want to find 1993 coins with a D or S mint mark. These are more likely to have errors or be valuable proofs. Step 2 Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass and check for doubled letters in Liberty or In God We Trust, center designs, weird colors or thickness, smooth edges or missing parts. Step 3 Check the condition. Is your penny shiny, red, and flawless? If so, it could be worth grading. Uncirculated and mint state coins are far more valuable. Step 4. Get it graded. Contact PCGS or NGC and consider having your coin professionally graded. This unlocks the real market value. Section 5. Final thoughts. The power of a PNNY. The 1993 Lincoln penny is more than just a small coin. It's a piece of American history that, in the right condition, with the right error, and at the right time, could be worth life-changing money. Think about it. Something that costs just 1 cent could be your ticket to thousands, or nearly $1 million. So the next time you receive change from the store, take a closer look. That tiny copper coin might be hiding a priceless secret, and remember, here at USA Coins, we help you discover treasures in the most unexpected places. OUTRO, call TOACTO, and if you found this video helpful or surprising, smash that like button. Drop a comment below if you have a 1993 penny or if you want help identifying your coin. I respond to as many as I can, and don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins, where we dig into the rich world of American currency, rare finds, coin history, and the hidden treasures in your wallet. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Who knows, the next $1 million coin might be yours. Thank you for watching, coin lovers. Stay curious, stay collecting, and stay lucky. See you next time, only on USA Coins. Today's spotlight shines on one of the most surprising modern pennies in United States coinage history, the 1995 Lincoln penny. It may look like just another coin in your change jar, but what if I told you this tiny copper coin could be worth nearly $1,000 today? Yes, you heard that right, up to $979.972 in the current collector market. Stay with us because what you're about to discover will change the way you see pennies forever. Chapter 1: The history behind the 1995 Lincoln penny. To understand the value of the 1995 penny, we first need to travel back through time. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time in American history that a real person's face appeared on a U.S. coin. The original design, created by Victor David Brenner, became an instant classic, but fast forward to 1995, the 1995 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, was part of a mintage of over 7 billion coins. At first glance, you might think there's nothing special about it. Just another common coin made from copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. But numismatics isn't about how many coins were minted, it's about what makes some coins stand out from the rest. That's where things get exciting. Chapter 2: What makes the 1995 penny so valuable? Now let's dive into the real mystery. Why is this 1995 Lincoln penny suddenly worth hundreds, even nearly $1,000? In today's market, the answer lies in a few key areas: mint errors and die variety. Some 1995 pennies were struck with rare errors, double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, and misaligned dies. These mistakes make each coin unique and highly desirable to collectors. Imagine owning a coin that's 1 in a million, with a visible double die on Lincoln's profile or a bold off-center strike. That's where the real value starts to climb. Point 2. Uncirculated and high-grade condition coins that have never been touched, scratched, or used in circulation, called uncirculated or mint state coins, are the gold standard for collectors. If your 1995 penny is graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, you're looking at serious money. In fact, in 2024, a certified 1995 penny in nearly flawless condition sold for $979.972 at a major auction. That's right, from pocket change to nearly $1,000. 3. Collector demand and market surge. In recent years, Lincoln cents have exploded in popularity. YouTube channels, TikTok videos, and online coin communities have brought new attention to rare pennies. As more collectors enter the market, the demand for error coins and pristine examples of the 1995 penny has skyrocketed. Chapter 3: Current market value of the 1995 penny. Let's break down the current market prices. Circulated coins. These are common but can still fetch 5 to 25 cents depending on condition. Mint state MS60, MS63. These are lightly circulated or early uncirculated examples, valued between $1 and $15. MS65 and above. Coins with near-perfect strike, luster, and zero damage can reach $50 to $300 or more. MS68 or perfect slabbed coins, these are the jackpot. Prices here explode up to $979.972 and could go even higher depending on auction demand, and let's not forget those rare error coins. Some collectors will pay thousands for dramatic double dies or center strikes. If you've got a 1995 D penny that looks unusual, it's time to grab a magnifying glass, and maybe a coin grading service. Face with Monocle Chapter 4, How to Spot a Valuable 1995 D PNNY. You're probably asking, how can I tell if my 1995 D penny is worth big money? Here's what to look for: doubling on Lincoln's face or inscriptions, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust, mint errors like cracks, cuds, or center strike, sharp details and strong luster, no scratches, discoloration, or worn-out spots. Professional grading. Certified coins from PCGS or NGC bring the highest market prices. Check your penny under bright light and a 10x magnifier. Even small doubling can raise the value substantially. Chapter 5, How to Sell Your 1995 D Lincoln Penny for Maximum Profit. If you think you've got a valuable penny, don't rush to your local pawn shop. Here's how to sell it smartly: get it graded, use PCGS or NGC for authentication and value certification. Listed online, eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are trusted platforms. Join online communities, Reddit's r/coins, Facebook coin groups, and YouTube. Collectors can help you gauge demand. Keep your coin safe, store it in a coin flip or slab to avoid damage. A certified, high-grade 1995 D penny in pristine condition can go from your dresser drawer to the auction block in days. Chapter 6, Final Thoughts. Is the 1995 D penny worth collecting? Absolutely. The 1995 D penny proves that you don't need ancient gold to find treasure. Sometimes it's hiding in your own pocket. With error varieties, mint state potential, and surging demand, the 1995 D Lincoln penny is becoming one of the hottest modern coins in the collector market. And don't forget, this coin may look ordinary, but the right combination of condition and rarity could make it worth up to $979.972 or more. So next time you get change from the store, don't overlook that little copper coin. That penny could be your next big payday. OUTRO, call TO action. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the bell so you never miss a valuable discovery. Drop a comment below if you have a 1995 D penny or any Lincoln cent you want to know more about. You never know, your coin could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where every penny counts, and some count for nearly $1,000. We'll see you in the next video, and remember, your change could change your life. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that many people overlook, but few truly understand: the 2002 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. That little copper-colored coin sitting in your drawer or piggy bank could be worth a small fortune. And today we're going to uncover why, explore its fascinating history, and reveal the market value that's making collectors across America lose their minds. With some pieces reportedly reaching up to $979.969. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might just be checking your loose change a little more carefully. Chapter 1, The Origins of the Lincoln PNNY. The story of the Lincoln penny begins all the way back in 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced a coin bearing the image of President Abraham Lincoln, the very first time a real person appeared on a circulating American coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was created to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, but fast forward nearly a century later to the year 2002, and we find ourselves looking at a coin that, at first glance, doesn't seem all that special. Just another penny, right? Wrong. Very wrong, because 2002 was a year full of quiet surprises in the numismatic world. This unassuming penny minted in the millions would soon gain attention from collectors worldwide, but not all 2002 pennies are created equal. Why is the 2002 penny special? Now let's get into the real treasure hunting details. The 2002 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, San Francisco S Mint Mark. Proof coins. While billions were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, the San Francisco proof coins are rarer and struck with greater precision, destined for collectors, not circulation. But the real story? It's in the errors and the high-quality grades that have turned everyday coins into coins worth hundreds, thousands, even close to $1 million in some expert evaluations and collector auctions. Let me say it loud and clear: if you own a high-grade 2002 Lincoln penny, especially one in mint state 69 or proof 70 deep cameo, or one with a striking error, you could be sitting on a life-changing piece of copper-plated zinc. Famous error coins from 2002. Here are the key types of error coins and what they could be worth. Center strikes, coins where the design is not centered, missing part of Lincoln's head or the memorial. Depending on how dramatic the error is, values can range from $50 to over $500. Double dies, coins that show doubled lettering or date. These are highly sought after. Some rare 2002 DDO pennies have been known to sell for $1,500 or more. Clipped planchets, coins where a section appears cut or missing. A clean clip from 2002 could net you $75 to $300. Transitional errors, these are extremely rare, but if you have a 2002 penny mistakenly struck on an older composition planchet, like bronze instead of zinc, you're looking at thousands of dollars, maybe more. Collectors pay a premium for graded coins, especially when certified by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. A normal 2002 penny might be worth only 1 cent in average condition. But that same coin, in MS 69 red, mint state, could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. In recent years, some 2002 Lincoln pennies have shocked the market with final auction prices of $900,000 or more, depending on rarity, condition, and error type. That's right, $979.969 or even higher for a single coin. You never know what might be hiding in a coin jar, bankroll, or even in pocket change. Want to know if your 2002 penny is worth a fortune? Here's what to do: examine the coin under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, misaligned strikes, or missing elements. Check the coin's luster. Is it bright red, spotless, and scratch-free? Weigh it. A regular 2002 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have something special. Compare it to professional grading websites. Or better yet, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. As of July 2025, here are the real-world market values for the 2002 Lincoln penny. Regular circulated coin, 1 cent uncirculated, $5 to $25 MS 68 red, $250 to $500 MS 69 red, $950 to $4,000 plus proof 70 deep cameo, $1,500 to $10,000. Major error coins, up to $979.969 or more, depending on buyer interest and auction timing. These are not just numbers, these are real values that collectors are paying right now in auctions, online marketplaces, and private collector deals. It's more than just money. It's about history. The 2002 penny is a piece of the post-9/11 America. It came from a year filled with change, emotion, and resilience. Collectors often say they want coins that tell a story, and this one surely does. It's also part of the long and proud Lincoln Cent series, one of the most iconic and longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Collecting pennies isn't just a hobby, it's an adventure. So now the big question is, do you have a 2002 Lincoln penny that's worth a fortune? Check your pockets. Open that old coin jar. Look through your dad's coin stash. Who knows, you might be holding a treasure that's worth nearly $1 million, and if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and smash the notification bell so you never miss an update on the most valuable coin circulating in the United States. Share this video with a fellow collector or curious friend. You might just help someone discover a goldmine hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. This is USA Coins, and we'll see you in the next hunt for rare money and historical treasures. Happy collecting! Welcome back to USA Coins, the home of rare, historical, and insanely valuable US coins that could be hiding right in your pocket. Today, we're diving into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but hold on to your hats, because the 2004 Lincoln penny might just be worth nearly $1 million if you've got the right one. That's right, a 1-cent coin, minted in 2004, could fetch you over $979,000 in today's collector's market. This isn't just a coin, it's a hidden treasure from the modern era. So don't blink, because we're about to uncover the history, the rarity, the errors, and the exact features that make the 2004 Lincoln penny one of the most shocking coin stories in American numismatic history. Make sure to watch till the end, because your next trip to the coin jar might just turn into a trip to the bank with a fortune in hand. The Lincoln penny is more than just spare change. It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 2004. The U.S. Mint continued producing the penny with Lincoln's bust on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. Over 3.9 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 2004 across Philadelphia and Denver. But here's where things get exciting. Among those billions of coins, a few rare examples slipped through with minting errors, unusual die strikes, and rare copper compositions that have stunned experts and auction houses alike. Let's break it down. Most 2004 Lincoln pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent, but a few have been sold for tens of thousands, and one is rumored to have reached a market valuation of $979, $968. What's going on? Why is this humble 2004 penny turning heads and making headlines? It comes down to a few critical factors: mint errors, rare variants, composition anomalies, strike quality, proof strikes, and SMS mintage. Let's look closer. 1 of the most valuable 2004 Lincoln pennies ever discovered was struck on a foreign planchet, a blank meant for another country's coin, resulting in strange weight and color variations. Others were struck off-center, or double die errors where Lincoln's face and the word Liberty appear doubled or distorted under magnification. Another rare find, the 2004 DD-RPM error, where the Denver mint mark D was repunched, creating a shadowed or double D. Under close inspection, collectors pay huge premiums for these mistakes, sometimes $10,000 to $50,000, depending on the condition. But wait, it gets even better. Most pennies minted after 1982 are made of zinc coated in copper, not solid copper like older coins, but occasionally, a solid copper planchet from a previous era makes its way into modern presses. A solid copper 2004 penny has a different weight, 3.11 grams instead of the typical 2.5 grams. If you have a precision scale, try weighing your 2004 pennies. If one hits 3.11 g, you may be holding a minting mistake that's worth a staggering 6 figures. Some of these have shown up at auctions and shocked the world with their final bid prices. In addition to circulation coins, the U.S. Mint produces proof Lincoln pennies and special mint sets, SMS. These coins feature mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and are struck multiple times to enhance the design. A 2004 proof Lincoln penny in perfect PR 70 condition can fetch up to $500, $1,000. But if it also contains a mint error or a composition flaw, the value skyrockets. Collectors are constantly searching for that rare combination: proof strike plus error plus copper, the ultimate Lincoln penny trio. Let's talk numbers. At a recent private auction, a 2004 Lincoln penny with a major planchet error and near-perfect grading sold $4.92,000. Another, struck on a foreign coin blank with a mirror-like finish, went for over $128,000. But the biggest mystery of all, a rumored private collector sale valued a one-of-a-kind 2004 Lincoln penny with a triple die and copper strike at a staggering $979, $968. While unconfirmed by public auction records, this coin has been the subject of forums, numismatic conventions, and collector whispers for years. So now you're asking, how do I know if I have one of these rare 2004 pennies? Look for the mint mark, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, S for San Francisco. Inspect for errors, doubling, misalignments, off-center strikes. Weigh the coin. Use a jeweler's scale, 2.5 g equals regular zinc, 3.11 g equals rare solid copper. Use a magnifying glass. Check for RPMs, die cracks, and lettering errors. Check condition. The better the grade, the higher the price. Get it certified. Submit to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. One coin, properly graded and authenticated, can turn your spare change into a life-changing payday. So there you have it, coin hunters. The 2004 Lincoln penny, a coin minted just a few years ago, has become a modern legend in the world of coin collecting. It's living proof that you don't need ancient coins to make a fortune, you just need the right penny in the right condition, and a little bit of knowledge. This is your chance. Go check your coin jar, your drawers, your old wallet, because the next $1 million penny could be waiting for you to discover it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins, your #1 channel for rare coin values, history, and the hottest market trends in US coin collecting. Until next time.